Hello everyone, welcome back to episode 21 I think. And I have been gone for many days because I had to study and my exams are coming and I'm just starting my studying early, you know. So today's topic is the meaning of public static void main and public class. Okay, so let's just get started. So we have this format: public class main, public static void main, string array args. Like, what does this even mean? So let's just start without any further ado. Okay, so let's just go word by word. First we have public. Public means that the class fields. What is a field? A field is anything that is inside a class. Okay, a class can contain methods and variables, right? So a variable that is declared inside a class, that is called a field of the class. Okay, and the methods also. So right now, public static void main, this would be a field of the tutorial class. And we are just, public means that the class fields, that everything inside the class can be accessed by anything that is outside the class. Okay, so for example, let's say I have a class here, class ABC. Okay, and it has, okay, let's just say I have class human. Okay, I have a class human and there's a mosquito on my desk. I'm trying to move around so that it doesn't bite me. Okay, class human, and it contains int age is equal to 25. So right now here I can say human dot age is equal to 32. Actually, okay, wait, I forgot. I can't do that. This has to be static int. Now I will explain that right now. Just a second. So you see, we can access this outside of the class. So that is basically what it means. And why do we need the class to be public? We need that the main method needs to be a public. Why can't we do this? This will cause not an error. This will not show an error. This will not compile at all. Why? Because let's see here, we have to, like, okay, so we have the JDK, or I guess the JVM. We have the JDK and JVM. So that is Java Development Kit and the JVM. So JDK contains the compiler. So the compiler needs to, so obviously the compiler needs to access code inside the class, right? Obviously, because like inside the class there is the main method, so it needs to access the code inside the class so that it can access the main method and it can access everything inside. Now if we put this to not public, then it is just a class and anything outside this cannot access this main method. And if it cannot use the main method, then obviously we will not be able to run our code, because on startup the first thing that the compiler checks is if is there a main method, public static void main string args. If this exists, only then will it start, or it will just throw an error. So we have done public. Okay, why do we need that? Class. Okay, class is used to define a class, you know, it's a keyword. Okay, then tutorial. Now you cannot set this to, for example, main. See, this causes an error. What is the error? The public type main must be defined in its own file. What does this mean? This means that the name of the public class this has to be the same as the file in which the program is. Tutorial.java, this has to be tutorial.java. I cannot make this uppercase T. This is also wrong. If I want to make this main, I have to rename this file to main.java. Okay, so after that is done, inside the public class, this is its scope, and we have public. Okay, now obviously public means public, I just showed you. Then static. Okay, now static is a complex keyword, so let's cover it. Static means the I guess the field belongs to the class and not to objects. Okay, so let me show you what that means. I guess it would be a little bit complex even for me when I first started. Class static exam static ex static, okay, wait, no, class A, or even, okay, again, class dog. So in class dog I have a, let's say I have a void bark. Okay, void bark, and it does something, and then I have a I have a int age. Now you can see the thing here. Now when I, in the main method, I do this, dog object is equal to new dog. Okay, so okay, no, I actually forgot, this has to be new tutorial dot new dog. No, wait, I forgot, sorry. New tutorial. So we created an object of this tutorial class, and that would be, let's call it tutorial, let's call it obj is equal to new tutorial. So tutorial obj is equal to new tutorial, and inside this class we have an embedded class, we have this class. So we do obj dot, wait, why isn't this showing up? Okay, I think there is a problem here, so let's not get into that right now. Let's leave practical, I think, for right now. So we can see here this class dog has a int age. So let's say I create a, and let's say it has a string name. So let's say I create a dog and I say that its name is Jack. So name is equal to Jack and age is equal to 2 years old, let's say. So now that I have this, you can see here, when I create an object of the dog, obviously the object will have its own copy of the string name, int age and void bark, right? If I create two objects, then the second object will also have this copy. But static keyword means that the field that it is applied to, the field will belong to the class. Sorry, I think you got such a loud noise right now. I hit my hand on the mic. Okay, so static, let's say static, it's I don't know, it can be anything, abc, static string abc. So what does this mean? This means that if I create an object of this will not show up, only these will show up. So the object will have its copy of these three. Let's see how long we have been. Okay, 8 minutes. And this will belong to the class, so I don't have to create an object of the class to access it. I can just do dog dot abc is equal to hi. I can do this. I cannot do age, like dog dot age is equal to 32. I cannot do this because it is not static. You can see here, cannot make a static reference to the non-static field dog dot age. For that I will have to create an object of the dog class. Okay, so this just means that this main method, this belongs to the class, and if to this public class, and if someone creates a object of it, then the main method will not show up as a copy. Okay, void just means, I think I've showed this to you in the methods, I think episode 8 or 7. So void just means this will not return anything. In C language this is different. We have a int main which returns 0 for that, because this is an abstraction. I will show you what abstraction means later, but this just means this is Java does not show the low level processes. C shows a little bit of it, I mean actually a medium amount of it, and assembly is just low level. So we can just say that void just means that it does not return anything. In C, return anything, that just means the error code. If it's 0, then that means it's okay. -1 or 1, anything else, then that means error. String array args. Now this is the good part. String array, I think we have done arrays. So string array args, what does this mean? Arg stands for arguments. Now let's get to the terminal here. Let's say I have java c tutorial dot java, right? And okay, now it produced a class tutorial dot class. I cannot access. Okay, yeah, I can access it. Good. So in here I can do Java tutorial. Now you have just done Java tutorial, or you have done just this button. Now this is not the only way. Okay, let me tell you. If you have not done this, in the console, in the terminal, you can do this. Java C. This means Java compile tutorial.java, the name of the file, and then to run it, Java tutorial. Don't do the .java. Okay, so it looks for a file with the name Java tutorial, and basically that. So now what does args mean? That means like if I do Java say tutorial, okay, I have done that. I do Java tutorial and then hello. See, this does not cause an error. By say anything that goes out after this Java tutorial is considered as an index in the args. For example, let me show you practically. System.out.println args, and not args. We will not be printing args. We will be printing args at 0. Okay, now let's save this, compile it. Java tutorial hello. See, it printed hello. How this, anything out after this got appended to this string array args. So for example, if I do Java tutorial first, then this word print, then first is equal to args at 0. If I did second, then second is equal to args at 1. Okay, so it just puts it into an array which you can access from inside this. Okay, it's like, for example, let's create something with this. Okay, this is very practical, don't think it's not practical. Let's say I did int a is equal to args at 0, or actually no, let's not do that. String first name is equal to, or first is equal to args at 0, and string second is equal to args at 1. So first and second, and then print string full is equal to first plus space plus second. So this creates a full name. 13 minutes. This is not good. Print your name is full plus full. Okay, so now let's try this. Java C tutorial dot java. Okay, let's not use my real name. Sundi and coder. Okay, okay, sorry. Java tutorial, and the first will be Sundi, second will be coder. And wait, what? Sundi coder. Wait, what? Okay, let's actually, you should learn debugging also. So let's let's do this. Print args dot length first. First let's print the length. Okay, now let's see. Java C tutorial. Okay, Java tutorial Sundi coder. See, now it works. I had not saved it. So this is how you do the args. And so this was the video of of the public static void main and string args. And one more thing, just last thing before I end the video. Main function, this is the parameter of main string array args. So first of all, the JVM, the JDK, one specific part of the JDK, what does it do? When you run this Java tutorial Sundi coder. What does it do? One specific part of the JDK has the responsibility to put anything after these two. I mean these two, or I guess these three things, whatever is after the Java tutorial, into the args. Okay, only after it has been put into the args string, only then does it call the main function. You see, when you press this button, what does this do? It just calls this Java tutorial.java, and then it just does this without any of the Sonicoder. So that's why if you want to deal with the args array, you have to use it from the console, because this just does this. It is programmed to do this Java tutorial. And if we are accessing args at 0, args at 1, when args is actually a null, it contains nothing, then this will happen. See, length is 0, index 0 is out of bounds. That calls a java.lang.array index out of bounds exception. Okay, so I think we have covered everything we need to, and I will meet you in the next video, hopefully very soon, hopefully not in another month. Okay, and I would like to thank you everyone for watching such a long video and boring video. Okay, and I will meet you in the next video.